You ever considered leveling up on the dab?
Leveling up in the dab.
On stream with Karmic and just nobody picked it up. Like he said, well, you could be talking to a girl for 3 or 4 months and all of a sudden she's fucking Ethan Ralph. No, I'm like, and I thought for sure it was going to come out then. He was trying to make it a thing. And then finally he teamed up with some A-logs, et cetera, et cetera. Not even going to name them, but they know who they are. And he leaked some things to them and it was a set piece. I already know that. I've been in the game too long. And he fed it to them. And then he commented on their post. They usually were trashing him because he fed them the information. Then he did a show trashing her. He's the one who started this whole entire fucking thing. Fact. Now he can lie to all these fucking idiots if that's what he wants to do, which is apparently what he wants to do. But I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah, I've never believed any of his story for the most part, and that seems to make more sense than anything he's ever said. And I think we all kind of assumed that they were back together. Maybe a month ago, we were starting to see that, and we were like, I think they're back together. I had a feeling
she wanted to have fun, and he wanted a wife, and that's where
all the shit I said.
Boom. It's crazy because like when you find out how this last piece kind of fell apart like that, you're like, oh, well, this guy just wanted to be forever in love. And this girl,
that's what I've been saying. He's in love with her. He's been in love with her. He's been chasing her. He gets emotional, like on stream when he gets verklempt.
It's a status thing. You know what I mean? Like
that was what he's trying to play later, though. Ethan kind of touched on it. He has this like macho persona he wants to put forward, like fuck bitches. I ain't need a bitch at all. If you replace another 26-year-old with a 26-year-old, I ain't got shit to worry about. But then he's crying when somebody's talking about children in front of him. Oh, I just had a baby. Oh, I wish I had babies too. He had a Tumblr, for Christ's sakes. He's a bitch.
Whoa.
His ovaries are
like he's very womanly in the relationship aspect. And I know he went to the same school of you can't fucking check a hoe, you got to let him go, that I did. You can't. He should have been smarter about the situation, and I'm extremely disappointed because I think he should have been.
I'll say something.
Go ahead.
Yeah, obviously, I got attached a little bit too, and so that happens. But eventually, I mean, let it go, brother. Like I don't know. No, I did. I have said some things over the course of months, and I won't bring up every little point here because I don't want to relive all that and other people involved too. But when you're out in the public and people are saying things about you, you're like, okay, got to return fire or whatever, or anything like that. Now, when I wish Mersh ill, clearly, right? Like I wish Mersh ill, but it's a performance. Sometimes I might throw a barb out or whatever, but I never sat here and said, oh, I want her to have a bad life or ruined or anything like that. I will say, not to get into all of our dialogues, but I think it might have been put out, or I've said it before. I didn't really think Mersh is the answer. Now, I'm not exactly, a relationship expert when it comes to myself, but I didn't think necessarily staying in the scene for dating is the answer, but I understand it too because I've done that myself. So,
beloved chatter actually made a really good point. Let me pull that one up. Oh yeah, I say that. Every guy is like that a little until they get their next piece.
That's right.
Unfortunately for Mersh, that could be a decade in between the chicks. So yeah, I think that is kind of the problem with him. Is he was have a 26-year-old girlfriend. The problem is finding the next one, which he never fucking will, because he's a lol cow. He's a douche.
He doesn't have a lot of experience with women. I feel like you can tell. Like he's been pretending.
Well, he said that
he doesn't.
That he didn't, put himself in the fortress of solitude there, whatever he wants to call it, on purpose. Now, I've never done that. Maybe I should have done that at certain points, but I've got plenty of experience, and so I don't know. You talk a lot of shit until you start caring about somebody, and then it breaks off, and then you're talking a little bit differently, right? Like, I think that's kind of normal. But his posture yesterday, I was talking about this on the Killstream before I came on, but he, first off, the manic video that he put out, which was just insane while he's driving around Florida.
Yeah.
I don't think that was a sobriety trip either. Regardless, looking like a fucking lunatic, talking like a school shooter, and saying he was going to drop all this dirt. And I was live on the Killstream. I said, look, if I was Britson, I'm dropping something on his ass before he could do shit, which is what I don't know that she heard me say that, but that's what she did. Yeah. And why would she think anything differently? Right? He's out here saying what he's going to do. And this is going to be a weeks long thing. And get your credit cards out. I can't wait to roast her. I can't wait to show you the truth. It's time you heard my side of the story. It's time I show receipts and all this. I'm like, okay, well, now you can't sit back. He literally went on his show last night and he said, well, I was never do this to her. And I was just going to be thoughtful and be nice and be cool. No, you were not playing it like that at all. You're a lying fuck. And any of your moronic fans are stupid as hell if they believe that.
Monday night, just out of curiosity, and I heard the little drips that he was saying. I caught him, and I was like, "What the fuck's he talking about?" Like, I didn't really understand, but I was like, "Is he talking about fucking Ice Dancer?" And then, sure enough, I woke up in the morning and he had that insane drive to her house to drop off a box. Which
you talking about that emotional outburst that he had in the middle of the night where he drove basically, let's go ahead and say allegedly drunk to this lady's house.
It was more than drunk, brother.
Well,
before that,
yes,
okay.
Exactly that. And he even said on so mind you, he even said he was drunk. I heard his clip on what is that fucking retard Bergie? Whoever the fuck that guy is.
Yeah.
He said something on that guy. He was like, I'm drunk. I'm gonna get in a fucking car and go drive. Oh, great idea, idiot. On stream, admit to doing that, because that certainly can't be used against you. Ever.
Also, Virgie, I never had a problem with Virgie until Mersh started all this shit in the first place. Now, Virgie, he works for the guy, and I know he was cool. I know he always had been cool to me, and I think she would probably say the same thing. He'd been cool to her, but we know where I do, at least where his allegiances lie at the end of the day, at the motherfucker who's giving him money, and so.
We also saw that Virgie was up in her DMs too. That's another.
Well, I already knew that they talked.
Yeah. You're aware of that.
No.
So he has no fucking allies. He has no alliances. He has nobody that'll actually has his back. Maybe Royce. That would be like the one person in the world.
Well, I never started any shit with Royce. Like I saw him tweet out earlier, and I'm not even trying to start some rift between them, but he said what's going on with Rumble Studio? And I said, hey, it's down for everybody. And I saw he liked it or whatever. I haven't gotten into it with Royce. He's never been anything but cool to me. And, a couple people might have made a joke here or there, but I never.
Have you ever listened to Royce? Have you ever heard him?
I have listened to Royce. He was I've met him in person 2-3 times.
I was just curious because it's a lot. He's a lot.
Look, I'm not going to do, I don't want to, I'm going to
no. Hey, we're not doing that.
Yeah, well, I Jesse and I co-hosted the Fuck Mersh Festival. He has a different
I was there.
policy.
I remember.
Yeah, he has a different policy on all that, and that's fine. Whatever. I'm just saying,
he does have a very different policy. Like a fucking man, and then go inside. You don't have to do this. Burn her shit. Throw in the fucking trash. You don't have to do. You're not a teenager.
Well, that brings me to the next question. Like, we know he's on the 7-0, and whatever. We really, I've just been curious if he's doing uppers too, because it seems hard that you would be drunk and then go do a stream until late at night. And he looked fairly awake and lucid when he was driving there. So I almost wonder if he traded in the 7-0 for some crystal or some shit like that.
They got something like that at the gas station, because if so,
they got that shit in Florida. I know that.
Yeah.
That's
whatever they got at the gas station is what he's gonna get.
If you know, you know. And I can look at a motherfucker.
He was wide awake. Am I right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can watch that stream, and you can see the movements that he's making. You can see the sounds, hear the sounds. Excuse me, and. Yeah, it wasn't eyes wide shut. It was eyes wide open. Look, make your own judgments. I'm just saying, it seemed like that to me. And
a bit of a throat thing going,
and he stayed up all night tweeting. He couldn't have went to sleep. not for very long.
He
because had
admitted
to
today
drive.
he didn't. He admitted today.
Yeah, he
did
said
not
he was
go to
up for
sleep.
almost 2 days straight.
Even
I
when he
called
was up
him.
tweeting like a maniac, at one point I was like, Brody, have you been asleep? Like, get a hold of yourself. What do you do? What do you do? Because he's just shooting off political texts in between, like, fuck you and this and that. It's like, have you been
Well,
to bed?
that's-
Like,
Yeah, I
just
mean,
saw you.
on substances and you're up for days and days, that's not usually the time you make the best decisions.
Guess who's
and
alive now?
I don't know. Mersh probably.
Yeah,
if I had to guess.
Yeah.
But I saw him on Dr. Till. They need to get some better brooms over there. That was pretty pathetic. I don't know. You know, I talked about Gator used to have the golden broom, right? I don't know. He needs to up his broom squad. Pathetic sweeping, pathetic story from anybody. If anybody knows him like I do, like Brixton does, I know, you know, I'm sure she probably doesn't think too highly of me or whatever, and that's fine. But I do know Mersh, and she does too. And you know, Brixton, anybody with any sense knows that was a bullshit story that he was selling last night. It continues to be a bullshit story. If you had any sense, he would have just stopped at that one night and said, you know what, I said whatever, and just let it lay.
Yeah.
But he went on Dr. Till's more damage control. Just take the hit, move on. But
So he's doing damage
Yeah, I know it's
control.
funny for me to say
Okay.
that, right? But like, that's honestly what he should do. He's not going to do it. So
Right, but basically when he first started talking about all this stuff, and you'd mentioned that earlier, is that he said he was going to come out of the gates swinging. He's coming out of the corner swinging, and he was going to be laying hay
right.
pretty much on her. And then the next thing you know, he didn't really have much to say. It's
Well,
all
he did it to
because-
himself. That's what I said earlier. And you know, if he would have come out with a different posture, I'm sure she probably didn't want to go through another round of this shit. It's not her job, and she doesn't want to. She just likes being in chats and all this stuff, and you know, having a carefree attitude.
She was dirty macking. She got caught.
Good. Let's go.
He did threaten to kill her twice, and then, but I mean, just on the daily, he calls her a retard and all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing to fight in private, argue in private, but on air while you're supposed to be together.
Yeah. My
was a
retarded
look
girlfriend
smash,
over
man.
there sits in the corner and plays Nintendo Switch, and like, yeah, my retarded
But I mean,
girlfriend
like-
always saying that constantly. That
She
That's
does
what I
want
mean. He
everybody
tries
to
to
know
be a
she
hard
paid-
ass
she
showing
paid for
out,
that.
but
Yeah,
He wanted
that's just
everybody to know
my
she
take.
paid for the
and,
Nintendo Switch, not him.
you know, if you're not together, whatever. I've had some whatever. I won't go through all that. I could understand that. You know, some bitterness or what have you, but he's a fucking liar and a piece of shit, in my opinion. So
do you think do you think Mersh saged his house like an emo teen?
I don't actually know what that means. Sage?
Yeah.
You mean burn the
Yeah,
sage
It's
in
like
his
the
house?
witchy
Yeah,
girls.
yeah.
like witchy girls do. Yeah.
yeah.
I gotta clear out the bad
Yeah.
vibes.
The vampire's out of the house.
I don't think he's too lazy to do shit like that. Though.
No, he just
lazy.
watched The Craft and took a nap.
I wouldn't rule anything out when it comes to him, but I bet he just had a big long cry last night. I bet that's what he did. So
I bet he's had a few.
All right. I
Yeah,
don't know if you had anything else.
no, I pretty much said what I
But
had to say, and I'm doubling back at this point. But you know,
I
take
was,
it for what
I
it's
was
worth.
just,
Yeah.
I was just more or less curious if, like, where are you at with Pat Dixon and Kevin Brennan and some of these other characters in the Dabbleverse?
That's not even on my mind. Thomas 777. I'm about to book him on the show. I'm kind of refocusing. Mersh, honestly, put me back into the drama sphere a little bit. Not that I was ever going to fully leave it, but I've been kind of shifting back into politics and those type of guests. We had Wayne Lambright on earlier. That's not really a political guest, but you know, bringing back some old favorites, hopefully some new blood as well. And Thomas 777's got a big book out now. He was mentioned on Tucker Carlson recently, longtime guest on the show. The Nuremberg System is the name of the book. I'll do a plug for him while I'm on your show. But yeah, I'm a thing on the distant right as well. And so I know that that's crazy for some of the dabblers here to believe, but I got a pretty long Rolodex and a whole different fucking part of the internet, a whole different part of the world. And I don't have to rely on that. But no hard feelings.
Mersh has to rely on Dabbleverse money because otherwise I think he would actually be in the poorhouse without it, tell you the truth.
Well, no hard feelings except towards those who deserve it, like Panhandler, the scumbag who's slowly wasting away with an incurable illness. And so I wish him the best, of course. We don't want it to linger, so the best would probably be just, going away as soon as possible. But
it's got demons. It's got demons in it. I need to clear my house and sage it, like you said.
Again, as a man, I've never kept a box of a lady's shit ever in life like this. Like,
what would you do with that box of stuff? Throw it in the trash can and not take it to her?
Exactly that. If she got Ice Dancer, close your ears. She got raw dogged in her butt by somebody I called my friend while we were together. Yeah, I'm throwing that shit in the highway. Good luck, bitch. Now you can open your ears back up. I did not.
Raw dogged in the butt. He said raw dogged in the butt.
It's not good. Yeah, like,
I need that fucking box out of my
that's a sin against God, ladies.
house.
You know what bothers me is he gave up the drill. He gave up the drill. Like, he wouldn't keep the drill because he felt hurt every time he was going to have to put a screw in the wall.
Oh, I hope
I could see the Makita logo right there on the bag.
Yes, he even gave her the fucking carrying bag. Give the Ice Dancer, give it to Scampoli, even if he is being a cocksucker with leaking shit.
Is this a message to
him?
Is this a message to Ice Dancer too with the words?
Yeah, it's
She's
a fucking
fat,
song. Dude.
Heavy. It says heavy. You got game, heavy. You got game, heavy.
We got a hell of a Nightwave coming up.
We don't.
That was a nice long gap.
We got a hell of a Nightwave. We got to sleep on some shit. Well, apparently he didn't sleep forever.
I need to really think about how I want to tell everyone.
Everything. Well, apparently he went live last night and held a lot back. Good job. As we talked about with Ethan, that indeed. Ice Dancer is the reason he held back because the letter, which we will be listening to in Mersh's voice. Thank you, Dang Lizard. That is
the whole thing. That's going to be like an hour.
It's actually 17 minutes, and if we play it on time and a half, we can bomb through it in like 13, 14. So, 14 something.
Oh my god!
But yeah, think about that. Think about that. When it reads out in his voice, it takes 17 fucking minutes.
Yeah,
is insane, dude. That's a 17-minute fucking letter. Insane. I love it, dude.
I did ask her, though, over the weekend. She sent me a bar picture, and I sent a pretzel emoji react. Now, what that means is Mersh.
Okay, so this is 2 weeks ago, apparently. 2 weeks ago from Saturday. That's correct. This went down. I'm just getting the timeline straight since I'm playing a video.
No, you're right. I'm following you. You're making sense.
I did ask her, though, over the weekend. She sent me a bar picture. And I sent a pretzel emoji react. Now, what that means is Mersh. Because I don't know. I said when we were together, he has pretzel skin. And I don't know what it means. She doesn't know what it means. But now pretzel means Mersh. So I sent pretzel emoji. And she says, no Mersh. So that was Saturday. There was no Mersh. So.
Well, what if she said like speech to text, like no mas, and it came out no Mersh. It was just very confusing. No mas. Brian Landon likes to say no mas all the time.
What is this story he's saying? Did we get to the end?
Well, he mentioned it on ROTC that he just said that he almost got kicked out of the Cheesecake Factory on Sunday. So I don't know. I would only assume maybe she was involved with that. I don't know for a fact. That's just what he said. So I couldn't tell you.
So we started talking last Wednesday, but for days before that, we were sending emoji reacts. It's a game she started, and if you tell me she did it with you, I'm going to cry. But she started reacting emojis and removing them. and then I would add one and remove it. Then she would add to the same message, and it was our way of talking through pictures. And it was, I guess, her way of, seeing where I'm at, if I'm angry, if I'm hurtful, or so ultimately a couple days of that turns into very deep conversations. When now I hear him.
No. Come on. It's not gay. Bacon, you've done this with a girl that you got back with or whatever. Like, you're testing the waters. You send her an emoji. What? It doesn't even matter. Bacon, do you want to get your dick wet or not, bro? Send that emoji. Come on,
waiting
dude.
to hear this audio. Maybe I might slide into her DMs.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Well, now that you know it's the pretzel thing means that nobody's around, so you can slide on in there, bro.
Yeah. Now you guys gonna have to come up with an emoji for Kevin now. Like that's so now we know pretzel, but just in case Kevin's around, because you got to take your turn, dude. Like, don't be, you know what I mean? Get in line. Like, it's not yours.
A picture of Hulk Hogan or something.
Yeah.
Send her a picture of your
Macho
dick.
Man Randy Savage.
You never know. Just send her the dick pic. See what happens. You never know, bud.
I'm saying closure. That's what I thought it was. Because I thought for a couple days. She's crying hard. I'm crying a little. Hey, big year. I love her too. You're the only one who doesn't.
Well, yeah, I don't. I had some feelings for her one time, but that was quickly disabused of that. But yeah.
Okay, so I love that. The pretzel means Mersh. And what they finally figured out is when he is or isn't at her apartment, and she gave him the all clear pretzel one Saturday, 2 weeks ago. And it was like, come on down.
They're not even in the Dabbleverse. Chaos control.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Your clipping of my show sucks dick.
Without Dave, I wouldn't be here.
Well, now we know who to blame.
If you enjoyed this clip, you can thank the ultimate life form by using the super tip link in the description. Do it or don't.
Final Boss. That's right, Final Boss. I love Final Boss.
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Dave, where are you, David?
Leveling up in the dab.